My name is Murray Davidson. I'm the Ecologist with Hastings Borough Council. I've been with the Council now for about 13 years. It's my job to advise the Council on wildlife matters, environmental matters, and how we manage our parks and open spaces to encourage wildlife. One of the most unique features of the Stade is the shingle beach. Shingle beaches are very unique habitats in Britain, and we're very fortunate to have a shingle beach right on our doorstep at the Stade. Some of the plants and animals you can find here are sea beet, sea kale, and mallow. Mallow being particularly spectacular in the summertime with its bright purple flowers, which are heavy with nectar, very important for insects. Looking behind the Stade, we have one of the most spectacular features in Hastings. It's Hastings Cliffs. The cliffs form part of Site of Special Scientific Interest. It's also a special area of conservation designated under the European Habitats Directive, so it's very, very special. One of the reasons it's so special is because it's a sandstone cliff area. If you look to the east and you look to the west of Hastings, you see white cliffs, chalk cliffs. This is sandstone. It's the only area in the southeast of England where sandstone is exposed at the sea. That provides a unique habitat for birds, plants and animals. Nesting birds on Hastings Cliffs include black redstarts, which are very nationally rare and scarce. Jackdaws you will see, fulmars, crows, and we have a resident pair of peregrine falcons. If you're very lucky, you might even see a pair of ravens, which have just come into Hastings Country Park in the last year or two. Hastings Country Park is the largest area of open space in the borough. While you're at the Stade, it's easily accessible to you. You can go up the funicular railway or you can go up the steps. Taking yourself into Hastings Country Park is an adventure in itself. You can walk from here all the way to Fairlight, down glens and over meadows into ancient woodlands, and you will see an array of grazing animals from Exmoor ponies, Longhorn Sussex cattle to Highland cattle, and the site is managed to increase its wildlife and its biodiversity. Hastings Country Park is very important for migrating birds in the springtime coming across from Europe. A lot of swallows, cuckoos and small songbirds come across from Europe in the springtime. In the autumn time they head back to Europe and back to Africa again. People that are interested in ecology and the natural environment have many things that they can look out for on the Stade and on the cliffs themselves. The Stade is full of plants that are unique to that vegetated shingle environment. The cliffs themselves, because they're unique and sandstone, they have invertebrates, moths, beetles, butterflies, bees and wasps, which are particular to Hastings Cliffs and not found anywhere else in the southeast of England. We found a particular bush cricket resident in Hastings Country Park, which is a sickle-bearing bush cricket, which has not been found anywhere else in the UK. That shows you how unique this area is for wildlife. Climate change is starting to provide Hastings Country Park with some unique visitors. As the temperatures increase and the summers get longer and hotter and the winters cease to become very hard and cold, we are finding invertebrates are finding their way over to the southeast of England. And one of the first places they arrive is Hastings Country Park. So climate change is having a profound effect on Hastings Country Park insofar as we are starting to see wildlife that you would normally only see in Northern Europe. It's starting to become resident and commonplace in the southeast of England. If you want to find out more about the unique wildlife of Hastings, do log on to www.wildhastings.org.uk or www.wildhastings.gov.uk. The Wild Hastings website provides information on all the wildlife sites in Hastings, and it allows you to make some of the sightings so you can actually tell us what you have seen on your visit to the Stade. Hastings Borough Council also produces a series of booklets and leaflets on wildlife and wildlife sites in Hastings, and our ranger service do conducted wildlife tours and guided walks throughout the year. To get in touch with the Ranger Service, telephone 01424 451122.